Well, the data center market is in a very interesting moment. On one hand, we are developing a new kind of data center following this boom of the AI worldwide. This data center have certain requirements that should be met and are very important. First is access to renewable energy. The energy should be cheap at the same time, and we have to have good connections. On the other hand, the traditional business is still there. And it's going to cross with a new business model, which is the inference models of AI, that also require to be more or less close to the people, because it's the part of an AI model that talks to you or interacts with you. So it's the part that should be close to the user. So both worlds are going to come together, and the market is going to grow a lot, but in a manner that's impressive. Morgan Stanley is saying that the market will double in the period 2024 to 2026. Also, there are challenges that we have to overcome. In countries like Spain, for example, the grid is a problem because we have the energy, but we cannot transport it in a good way to the places where it needs to be available. And I think it's a very, very good moment because of this fast growth. There are other reports that say that the vacancy in the European Union and the US is below 10%. And of course, capital is always following the markets that grow, and this will be no difference. Well, being sustainable is a must. It's not a question of I have a data center that's sustainable or not. It's either you are sustainable or you are not in the industry. And how do you do it? Well, there are important things that you have to take into account. The first one is you don't use water at all. It's what we call UUE, water usage efficiency, 0. This means you are going to have a closed circuit of water that you are going to use to cool. It does exist, this technology is plenty available, and everyone can adapt their facility or build a facility with this technology, so no water usage. First point. Second point, we need to cool the data centers in the most efficient manner. This is what we call PUE, power usage efficiency. So it's the amount of energy we are consuming just to cool down the machines. So it's not IT power, it's the power we use to cool it. So the average in Europe is right now 1.4. And with new technologies, it can go down to 1.15, which is a huge save. So in the end, it all starts with a good design of the facility. A good design can lead to a better outcome in terms of energy consumption. So if you want your data center to be sustainable, those two factors are a must. Now, with the AI coming, what is happening is that the density per footprint, a footprint is a space of 60 centimeters per 1.20 centimeters, which is the space that a rack takes, is very high. It was like 12 kilowatts per footprint some years ago, and it is now around 40, and with the new AI developments, it's going to increase to 100. So how do you cool it down? Because air is not efficient above 40 kilowatts per footprint. Well, you mix it with new technologies. Which technologies? There are two mainly in the market. The one that NVIDIA is pushing is DLC, which means direct liquid cooling, which means taking the water directly, not the water because it's a polymer, but the water directly to the chip. So we need pipes and we need to bring water to the racks. This is totally new. And it comes with a cost because you need new pipes, you need new electricity systems to bring more power to the space. And you also need, which is very important, to take into account things like weight, because a data center with such weight, because of the extra weight of the water, will not be able to be held in a normal facility. So it's very interesting. And these technologies are totally new, are being developed, and will change in the next years. You are combining those technologies, with new technologies also like immersion. Immersion is better for retrofitted data centers when you have an old facility and you need to adapt. And it's only usable in servers that accept this technology. Basically what you do is put the server into water, not water, again it's a polymer, and you have to do some retrofitting to the server, and then you can use it, immerse it. It also helps cooling down high densities, and it's a good option for alternative developments if they are not new or you already have your data center. But the main takeaway is that you actually can do a data center with a very, very low impact in the global environment, and it's the way we have to go as an industry. So as mentioned, it's totally a must. Well, from the industry standpoint, the district is very important. New technologies, new trends, like for example data centers, we were talking about this, are very important, and it's a place where everyone in the industry can come together and learn. So the industry is going to thrive thanks to this exchange of information. For me, as first-time speaker this year, I'm pretty excited to hear, and I think events like District are very important for any industry, and I'm very happy to have been invited this year.